Right, Shalom, I'm giving all praise unto Abashima, Shabashim, Korash. Number one is unto the apostles, a great milestone. And honestly, brothers, if you're butchering these truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And above everybody, you're coming out here to give you this truth for the grace and mercy of Yahweh Bashim, Shabashim, Korash. Giving all praise unto Abashima, Shabashim, Korash. It's going to be a relatively quick video based upon this clip that you can see here. And this is dealing with the so-called black woman, the Judite woman out there within America, who's been living a life of, let's say, a life of leisure, especially underneath the DEI administration. I believe the word is DEI, where they gave these jobs out there to so-called underrepresented demographics of people. And a lot of these so-called Negro women, they sought to live a very comfortable life for the back of that. And notwithstanding, you know, there was the Gardenian Pact that has always favored the Negro woman, the Judite woman within Babylon. But now you're seeing another side to it. Now you're seeing another aspect to it. Now you're seeing the reality of what's coming down the pipeline. And like the scripture says, the vintage shall fail. Meaning to say, all of these goodies that you had, the welfare, the so-called jobs that you had, which was the government jobs, the so-called good government jobs, those things are going to be soon be taken away by the AI and many other different instruments that Esau's got planned for the so-called Negro woman. See, you was a use and a tool to destroy the black household, notwithstanding the Hispanic woman is not too far behind, but you was a tool to destroy the Negro, Hispanic and Native American household. But predominantly the Judite household was destroyed for the back of empowering the Negro woman. And now you're starting to see that the deal that you made with the devil all the way back in the garden, it's not paying off anymore, and it's not going to pay off to the end. The scripture says, now shall she be trodden as the mire within the street. So see, you rejected the nuclear family, you rejected the household underneath the rule, and the scriptures do speak about the rule. The scripture says within the book of I believe it's Corinthians or Timothy, I forget which one, let every woman submit, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands. That's point number one. Point number two, Yahweh is the head of the church, so is too the man, the head of the household. So you rejected those principles and you lived the so-called strong black woman dream. Now how are you going to be strong and unemployed? How are you going to be strong and unemployed? I'm going to say that again. How are you going to be strong and unemployed? See, this is the big lie that you've been taught, and you ate it up. Just like within the garden, you ate up all of those philosophies. Remember what the scripture says. The woman saw the tree, it was good to make one wise. So you took all the wisdom on the left-hand side, you became empowered, you became free, you became liberal, and you became unemployed. You became, like I've seen the statistics just come out, I think the divorce rates among so-called Edomite women is about 70%, right? The divorce amongst Negro women is about 20%. What I mean, that means to say every 8 out of 10 relationships with a Negro woman ends in failure, right? Whereas relationships, and the Apostle has been saying it, man. Get yourself an Edomite woman. You know, get yourself an Edomite woman or one of the heathenite women. Okay, if Edomite woman is not your flavor, man, there's so many flavors of heathen underneath the sun that the Negro woman is just the worst. Now you're seeing that she's unemployed because ultimately she was underqualified for the jobs that they was given, or she had a bad attitude about it. And we've all seen that, man. That's a meme right now. At this stage right now in 2025, that's a meme. That's a meme. Okay, that's a meme. That's a meme right now. Okay, bad attitude and so on and so forth. Notwithstanding, there's some out there that, you know, it might be the diamond in the rough, so to speak, right? I'm not speaking for everybody here, just prophesying in a generic sense. And yeah, you're seeing the numbers come out. But let's speak about the flip side to it now. Let's speak about the flip side to it. What they're saying about this data really is that it represents what's coming down the pipeline. Okay, so you know, you might look at this and say, yeah, you know, the Negro woman, but ultimately this is what's coming down the pipeline. So unemployment is not going to stop going down. Okay, it's not going up, so like it's not going to stop. Unemployment is going to increase because we've seen that these governments, namely the UK and the US, are hell-bent on destroying their economies, and we know why, because they're at the spearhead of ushering in that new system. Britain is one of the three frogs that represents what? The financial aspect of the three frogs, if you will. And also America's Babylon, right? Doth not the scripture say Babylon's been a golden cup within the Lord's hand, is made all the earth drinking thereof. So we know those two countries are important in moving the CHIP system forward. So that's why you're seeing a big push in terms of what's happening within parliament and politics and everything to basically to self-destruct these economies, man. Like it don't make no sense to put tariffs on imports. That's just crazy when you don't produce anything. It don't make no sense. And the same thing out here within the UK, right? Every year tax goes up. Every year trying to start up a business becomes harder and harder. Trying to maintain a business becomes harder and harder. National insurance goes up. What you contribute for national insurance goes up. So it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here just how hell bent they are on bringing about this chaos. But like they said, they was going to move with warp speed, and they've got a desire to bring about this MOTB system. So although we look at this, we smile and we laugh because we know this is a fulfillment of prophecy, like the scripture says. Now shall she be trodden down like the mire on the street. Why? Because you was out there on the internet dragging the Negro man. You was cursing him out, so to speak, man. You was cursing him out. You know, they were saying all kind of crazy things about the Negro man on the internet, man. And when we don't need to go into examples. We know the story. We know how the story goes. We know what they've been saying about us. Now you see this the fall. But again, you got to remember, although the Negro woman's gonna fall, right? Esau's gonna fall. It's gonna be a time of Jacob's trouble upon the face of the earth. These things are an indication, like the scripture says, that the grinding is ceasing. Okay, the grinding is ceasing. So, you know, it's just food for thought, things to think about, things to meditate upon, you know, and as much balance to it as physically possible. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video off there, and I'm gonna say all praise unto Yahweh Shema double honors unto the apostles of great millstone, and honor your brothers if you're pushing these truths in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom.